Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, I want to talk about PinLink. I specifically want to talk about my initial hesitancy with buying this crypto, with believing in this crypto, but I want to communicate to you things that got me convinced and got me believing that this particular cryptocurrency, which is under a $100 million market cap right now, is going to get in the top 100, that this is the real deal. All right, but before we dive on into this is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And while I appreciate that so many of you are hopping in here from all over the place, you've got to hit that subscribe button. I make content all the time on here, on TikTok. Hit the subscribe button on X, WWBitcoin on X. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification button as well. But otherwise, let's go ahead and dive on into this. And so what is the big deal? What has me excited and believing in PinLink? I'm going to compare PinLink to Render throughout the duration of this video at multiple different locations, because I believe that PinLink is an advancement in Render. So with Render, you have the DePIN asset owner, and then you have the DePIN service user. You can see You can see those things here. DePIN asset owner, connect device, DePIN service user, pays rental fee, supplies DePIN services, source from DePIN owners, etc., etc. That's about it. That in Render is a $4 billion asset, and that is about it. Now, I really like Render. Render is one of my favorite cryptos. It's one of my number one cryptos that I'm going to be loading up on in the bear market, because what I have seen over the years is that frames rendered, the AI components, it really is its own thing in regards to the need and the demand for that. And I want to talk about what this demand for DePIN assets is going to look like over the remainder of this decade. It's going to be some significant growth. And that it doesn't really change throughout the bear market. Now, crypto has bull markets and bear markets, but as far as the use case of Render and what I'm expecting to be the use case of PinLink, it's about the same. That this will have a use case just as significant throughout the bear market as in the bull run. And so the thing that has me excited about this one in particular is there are ways that we can take advantage of this. And if it's going to be used as much, if not more, during the bear market, then there's ways for us to generate passive income. And so how does that happen? Well, we have a yield-bearing asset, a service user rebate fund, a DePIN ERC 1155, and you have a passive income seeker. So the DePIN asset owner has two ways of generating income. The normal way that you would see with a Render or a Clore AI, rent out their DePIN asset, or they can tokenize that and mint a real-world asset, ERC 1155, that a passive income seeker, myself, and maybe a lot of you watching this video, can buy a fractional share of and get a proportional share of the rental fees. That's why I'm saying that this is a step up. This is a next step when it comes to what this project has to offer, what this niche, what this field has to offer, and I'm very excited about it. Now, what was my concern going into looking into this product? Because I saw a lot of people talking about it, and so there were some warning flags going off. This is just a couple weeks old, and we've seen the drill. My concern is with new utility, 2024 utility, being cash grabs. And so, all right, the timing of this, initially my reaction was that this is kind of suspect. What's going on? This seems like a quick money grab. But here's the difference between what I'm seeing with PinLink and what I'm seeing with a lot of other early 2024 cryptos, at least, is that we know who the team is and we know who's behind it. And they have a good track record, a very good track record. So a lot of the early 2024 cryptos, OPSEC, a lot of the BRC20, Bitcoin Layer 2s, what you would try to do if you did any research on it was you would try to find information about their team, and their team would not be doxxed because it was a money grab. It was vaporware. This, by all accounts, is not vaporware or a money grab. You have a team. You have an active team, including Lukas Orlowski, former VP of engineering at Engine. If you didn't know, Engine, so he was the VP of engineering. He was pretty much the one who was building the Engine product. He built a $4 billion asset. And now he's branched off on his own and he's built PinLink, and you can look him up. You can look up top, MIT Technology Review Innovator under 35, one of the top under 35 innovators in blockchain technology and cloud technology. And you can see a lot of other members of the team. I just took a screenshot of just a few of them. They are fully doxed. You can look them up. This communicates to me that this isn't like cryptos from early 2024. A lot of them. I mean, not all of them. There's always people trying to innovate, always people trying to build. And this is one of a handful of new utility cryptos that's actually building. And what I'm seeing so far has me very interested. I am a holder of this cryptocurrency, but I definitely want to look into what kind of passive income it can generate by grabbing one of those yield-bearing assets in the bear market. And so what else? Let me exit the slideshow here. And I want to talk about just this field. Very few of you would have watched this video. This was from over a year ago, but it says why I am insanely bullish on Render on the proper time frame. Very informative video. I'd recommend looking it up. It's only 13 minutes. If you look up World War Bitcoin and then type in Render, you'll find this. And the part that I have on the screen here is a chart showing the growth in this industry. Now, this is focusing on the red part is the render burn. We don't need to worry about emissions or render burned, but this might not look all that significant until you realize this is a logarithmic scale. So in 2024, the projection was for somewhere around 20 million, frames rendered, and then slowly climbing until you get to 2030, and we're looking at closer to 1 billion. So from 20 million to 1 billion to several hundred million. What I was pointing out when I wanted to illustrate this is the demand for AI, for DePIN technology is only going to increase, and it's going to increase exponentially. And so what that means with the renders of the world, that's why I am still insanely bullish on Render. But it's also why I'm insanely bullish on PinLink, is looking forward for whatever the next bull run looks like. This is one that's going to be a very strong product. I want to back this, and I am backing this with my full support. This is something that I have no problem buying in the bear market. And whatever the price goes down to, I'm going to buy PinLink along with Render, and I'm going to hopefully ride that up for multiple X returns. There's a couple other things with this that I want to draw out. Alex Becker is behind this full force. Now, should I share any information that I know about Alex Becker's support on this? Now, there's plenty of things that you can see on his X account, but I do know that he is very soon going to be promoting this very heavily. And if you don't know Alex Becker, let me just tell you, 1.1 million followers. He has a lot of influence in the crypto space. He's one of the top influential people in crypto. He hasn't really gone all in when it comes to promoting PinLink, but from what I understand, he has a mindset of 1 billion or zero. Okay, so PinLink right now is at a $61.6 million market cap. And his mindset is, this thing's going to 1 billion or I will hold it to zero. And so with that in mind, with the fact that he hasn't really gotten in on this yet, he's in on it, but gotten in with talking about this crypto, I am quite convinced that this is going to be a top 100 crypto this bull run. All right, top 100. So what does that mean? Well, we have Mina. Mina's number 100 right now. And we're talking about right now. We haven't quite gotten to alt season. We're close, but we haven't quite gotten to alt season. Mina right now is at $938 million in market cap. So for PinLink to get to $938 million, it's something like a 13 or 14x. I believe in this that much, that this is going to the top 100. But you think about, what does that mean? That means that this isn't just going to $938 million because we reach alt season. Assuming we reach alt season, what's the 100th ranked crypto going to be in terms of market cap? My initial projections was for a $7 trillion total crypto market cap. I think on a conservative end, you'd be looking at $2 billion. I think it is within play for PinLink to get to a $2 billion market cap from 65 million. You do the math. And then looking at dilution, it's about 80% diluted. And so there's another thing to consider. It's like a lot of new utility. It drives me crazy. A lot of new utility, what you'd see is like 10% diluted. And then you have to worry. You have to look up the supply dumps, the supply schedules. You don't have to worry about this one, about it with this one. Now, there is one thing I do want to point out. I mean, given the age of this cryptocurrency, I would understand if you had a mindset of like, I want to wait for the dip. That makes sense. I mean, it's been pretty much up only the last several days. As of the time that I'm making this video, it seems like a lot of selling pressure and an indecision doji candle. So where do we go from here? I don't know. Maybe there's going to be an opportunity to get in on a dip, but at some point, not financial advice, I think it would be worth it to get in on this. And my thought is, if I wasn't in on this already, let's say I had $2,000 I wanted to allocate to this, maybe what I would do is buy $500 worth now and then look for an opportunity on a dip to buy another $1,500. That's just one example. I don't know. It's just good to think through for yourself, but I am telling you, multiple billions is in play for this. And then whatever this gets down to in the bear market, I'm here for it. I believe in this so much. The lower, I don't even want to say the lower it goes in the bear market, the better, but like, I'm going to be loading up on this a great deal. I have a bag now, and I'm going to be loading up on this a great deal when the time comes. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comment section of this video, but that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.